Well, good morning, First Sergeant. Fix this up here real quick. There we go. Alright, go on, Stoker.
I was asked a pretty good question the other day about how to PCS as a non-commissioned officer. Like, say you're sergeant promotable and you're getting ready to PCS. Maybe it's for the first time, and you want to set a good impression on your incoming unit. How can you kind of facilitate this? And so I'll share some things with you that I've done in the past, in hopes that it helps
yesterday?
you. If you've got some questions,
Or not, yeah, it was yesterday. I was working mornings, opening up. Now, I don't have to do that much more. I kind of told them I don't want to do opening. I really didn't want to do the manager stuff. I was just looking for 2 shots.
So the first thing I would say, right,
my 2 jobs over to Prosky, the board factory, and Rabideau's night shift. And that gives me 7 hours at Prosky's, and it gives me an 8-hour night at Quickway, which
I know you just got assigned to me
pays
as a
better.
sponsor. You don't have to wait for them to get in touch.
Of course, neither of them pay to the standard of what I had before, but I'm making a good paycheck at the end of the week. I may work 74 hours, and it's not OT at one place where you're doing it, but OT at one place can grind you in. It's like,
second time around,
I'd just rather do 8 hours somewhere else.
Your company first sergeant, first and last name. What's
you do the calculus on that.
How's your
There's
command
Macatelli.
team? How's your battalion, etc.
That's one of Stoker's guys. That's his Murphy.
That short. Now get into Outlook.
That's PC.
Sometimes that
Picks
stuff will
on
be in
NCOs,
ACT, right? And sometimes it's not filled out all the way in ACT.
Bell buddy.
So if you don't have
Front
it,
is always out there, and that's what he's bringing up here. When you're talking about call your first sergeant, find a first sergeant, find just a different first sergeant, and make him your first sergeant.
Before in your email,
the government has rules, but those rules aren't shit.
Web app, and you open up the address bar.
Well, we get back to it.
Last name, first name.
Rabideau's standard model on training officer. It's like you will spend 6 hours on a COVID harassment video, but when it comes to the G-lock, that will be them doing morning paperwork of how many steps and the buttons you have to press on the computer. And there is a list. There's the icons on the whole screen, and you have access to all of these icons. But I only need certain ones. And through those, there's going to find the X on there. Well, where the hell is this X I'm supposed to find? And you have somebody in hand. And it's like you would never be able to figure that stuff out. You'd never be able to figure that stuff out on your own. And there's no videos. It's like, I know skid steer safety videos. They will make you get out there with how to check it, the pyramid of stability. They'll 3D engine the gold miner version of how to do that with that. But when it comes to it, and that's actually pretty easy. It's not real hard to set these up. You get the 1, 2, you get the manager you like, you get a Smuckatelli you like, and you put them on camera. And especially if they're on camera already, you just need one of the buttons they're pressing. And don't screw around here this one time. Please don't screw around here this one time in this one video.
That kind of statement, those kinds of words, I've sent in the past.
It becomes combative. It's ORD brief, and it's leadership conversation video. It's tread docs.
Over the course of the last 4 years.
In these companies, that's what they become for Sarge. And I'm trying to bring that up here. What you got? PCS on an NCO
this
here.
Is me. I'm coming. I'm hungry. I can't wait. I'm chomping at the bit.
Well, you need NCOs to do it, though. I mean, it's like I said, that's when you're doing the managers around it. It's like they're big players. They're big players in those companies. They've probably been there for a good long little while. The locals come in.
Stage, if you will.
They're hitting the apple tree there. Whatever's at the watering hole or the beaten tree.
Which ultimately led to me serving as a first sergeant.
And if you look at the cops in town, and you ask the question to whoever first sergeant.
My NCOR, I started as a staff sergeant non-promotable.
Smuckatelli, man. He got a hold of it that day. It was good.
Selected for sergeant first class.
Yeah, power, young Jedi.
Coming up,
you lacking faith in your force, but disturbing Jedi.
Sergeant and ensured kind of the stage was set to being a first sergeant. Of course, now I got the diamond Diamonds aren't
So
forever,
anyways,
right?
we need to make a video on that stuff for training, and then
So
just
I
make
know
them
it's
watch
kind
it.
of a short video,
Just send them,
but
like,
I'm
if I
not
check my
telling you.
email right now and I get one more thing about
That
the
kind of
harassment
introductory
policy from
statement will kind
Marabitos,
of
and I
say,
asked
hey,
the manager, she's like, "Oh, we got to do that from the office." So at what point in time, what night am I going to be
Goes
doing this?
such a
When I'm
long
working
way.
the country store.
And it drives
We
back
doing that
down
Friday
to
night?
one of Stoker's really core base rules and principles that I would give any leader in the military.
Okay.
It's the
And
communication
it's like, and Marabitos make you do
established
this, but not in the
before
stone mill.
to hire.
So you know what kind of shit those brothers
Does that make
talk in that
sense?
stone mill? Oh, it gets
Let's say
frosty.
you're pushing out as a tac, or even just in a tactical convoy, and before you roll out, like, your CP is not going to radio you to see if you're up on comms. You are going to establish that your communication between your vehicle or your TAC is secured with your higher echelon. You make that
I
initiative.
mean, that is all fucking Marabito right there.
Same is true in personal relationships.
Am I about to go
It's up
through it?
to
I
you.
asked the question. She said I needed to do that in the office.
Team, I hope you enjoyed.
I'm not gonna walk all the way
little,
through
short
all that shit.
conversation about this. Again, if you did, drop some comments down below. Keep this conversation rolling.
So first, Sergeant.
Appreciate all you guys, man.
What
You
do I
stay out
gotta
there, you
do?
keep grinding, you stay stoked.
Right now, stuff.